the haze continues to shroud the region, Malaysia says it might pass a law forcing local companies to put out fires on land they control, even if it's abroad. Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad says satellite images of hotspots in Indonesia will also be published to show that the haze originates from Sumatra and Kalimantan. Malaysia closed nearly 1,500 schools nationwide today after air quality deteriorated in many parts. And this is nearly triple the number of schools that were closed yesterday. Over 1 million students are affected. Now, schools in 5 states have been shut, along with those in the federal territories of Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya. This comes as poor air quality continues to persist. More than 40 places are registering unhealthy to very unhealthy levels of haze, with the majority of them located along Malaysia's west coast. Well, much of the haze has been blamed on raging forest fires in Indonesia, and its military chief says firefighting efforts may go on for a month. The country is facing mounting pressure to douse the flames. Some 15,000 troops have been sent to hotspots in Borneo and Sumatra to help out. The pollution has also clouded bilateral relations with Malaysia. Melissa Goh tells us more.
The administrative centre of Putrajaya has been shrouded in thick haze the past week. On Wednesday, air quality plummeted to very unhealthy level, forcing more schools to close. Now, over 1 million students have been affected across Malaysia. Now, with no end in sight to the choking haze menace, Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad at the weekly cabinet meeting decided to publish data, including satellite images of hotspots in Indonesia, to refute its claims that the haze originated from hotspots in Sarawak. Now, Dr. Mahathir said if Malaysian-linked companies were found to have contributed to the haze problem, then Malaysia will consider passing new laws to bring them to court in the country.
Ask them to take action to put out the fires. If we find that they are unwilling, we have to pass a law which should make them responsible for fires in their property, even if it's outside Malaysia.
Now, 6 hotspots were detected across peninsular Malaysia, compared to hundreds of hotspots in Sumatra on Tuesday. Now, the Forestry Department said it's stepping up surveillance at hotspots, including digging tube wells to prevent peat fires during the dry spell. Now, the police chief, meanwhile, said his men will assist to ensure that the ban on open burning is strictly followed.
Special request for this one will come in. We are ready to assist. If there is a law on this one, we are always ready.
Now, despite Malaysia's numerous offers to lend technical assistance, including manpower, to Indonesia, a foreign ministry source told me that Jakarta just refuses to accept any help, not just from Malaysia and from other countries as well. Now, this as pressures mount from back home and abroad on the Indonesian government to do more to rein in smoldering fires that's wreaking havoc across the region. Melissa Goh, CNA, Putrajaya.
While the haze produced might be affecting the region, it's hitting Indonesia itself the hardest, with tens of thousands of people suffering from respiratory problems. Zafar Ismail joins us now for the latest. Saiful, the military commander, says firefighting may go on for a month. Why will efforts take so long?
Well, Steve, there are a few reasons for this. Firstly, the current dry spell is forecast to continue until the middle of next month. Indonesia and a large part of the region have seen very little rain for the past few months now. So until we see rain, emergency response teams will need to continue fighting the blaze. The Indonesian military commander said that firefighting has seen some results, some progress. So far, 44 hotspots have been doused by personnel on the ground and through water bombing operations. Now, the second reason why the firefighting is expected to go on for the next few weeks is because the fires are burning in peatlands. Like coal, dry, peat is highly flammable. Once started, fires are very difficult to extinguish as they burn and smolder deep underground. Now, sustained and continuous rain is needed to douse the fires from the peatland. Now, authorities are trying to induce rain using cloud seeding methods, but have seen mixed success. Cloud seeding efforts in Sumatra have not been able to induce rain, but there has been some rain in Kalimantan as a result of cloud seeding. Now, cloud seeding operations have been hampered as there are no dense clouds to seed to induce rain. These clouds have not been formed because of the thick haze that has been blocking sunshine, thus disrupting the water cycle process. Now, authorities are preparing a new approach using chemical compound calcium oxide, commonly known as quicklime, to help form clouds. Now, authorities are also trying other methods. In South Kalimantan, firefighters plan to submerge the peatlands that are burning in an effort to extinguish the fire. Authorities will close off irrigation flow, thus allowing water to be diverted to the burning peatlands.
Saiful, looks like the haze is taking a heavy toll on local residents and even local wildlife as well.
Well, that's right, Glenda. The forest fires in Indonesia are also seriously affecting endangered orangutans and their habitat. The Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundation said that the haze was affecting hundreds of apes in its care at rescue centers and wildlife reintroduction shelters. The foundation said as many as 37 young orangutans are suspected to have contracted a mild respiratory infection. Now, experts said between 3,000 and 3,500 orangutans are in danger of losing their habitat in Kalimantan as a result of the forest fires. Now, orangutans have been particularly vulnerable to commercial land clearances and have seen their natural habitat shrink dramatically in the last few decades. But orangutans are far from the only species suffering. Indonesia's fauna is among the world's most diverse, and experts say a broad spectrum of wildlife, including elephants, birds, snakes, and even insects, has been severely affected by the fires and choking haze.
All right, thanks for that update. Sabubari Ismail speaking to us from Jakarta.